Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McCullough. This is tomorrow's transfers. Today is Thursday night. We're talking Friday's headlines. And of course, there's loads of Alexis Sanchez stuff floating about. But let's be honest here. Do we really want to go over all this? Most of the stuff that is out there at the moment has been briefed by the City press. £180 million deal, 500k a week wages, £50 million to his dad, £100 million to his agent, all sorts of nonsense being reported in the press at the moment. So I kind of don't want to go over all this Alexis Sanchez stuff. We've got people basically just pulling out all sorts of headlines to make the most of it and squeeze every last bit of juice as they can out of this Sanchez story. But I think what we need to do right now is just park that to the side, relax for a little bit, and talk about the other rumours. Sanchez looks like it's going to happen. So let's just wait for that to happen. Let's wait for the announcement and all that stuff. Yeah, that's the best thing to do right now. Because there's not anything else I can say about Alexis Sanchez to Manchester United. It looks like Mickey's going in the opposite direction. Arsene Wenger's been speaking about that today. He said he's confident about agreeing wages with Mkhitaryan. Manchester United seem confident of getting Alexis Sanchez, although nothing else has come out from the club or from the manager. All you're hearing at the moment is briefings from dodgy people in the press trying to make out United are getting a bad deal, when in reality it was about a couple of months ago, in fact a couple of days ago, they were writing the same stories except that it was a good deal for City. The only thing that's changed is Manchester United are now involved. So parking that, and we're moving on to the headline of tomorrow's transfers today. And it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and this story comes from Mundo Deportivo. Thank you to the guys at Sport Witness. They've been very helpful with a lot of the stories here today. And what they're saying, they've broken down the Mundo Deportivo article, and they're saying Zlatan Ibrahimovic was offered to Real Madrid, but Real Madrid knocked back that offer. Now, Real Madrid have fallen far behind Barcelona in the La Liga title race. I don't even think they're second or third at the moment. So they're performing very, very badly. Ronaldo's not scoring as many goals. I know he's been in our team this season with suspensions and things like that. And yeah, Real Madrid aren't performing well. So they're being linked with a lot of players at the moment. Players out, players in. But Zlatan Ibrahimovic isn't one that's going to be going there. Now, with United potentially bringing in Sanchez, with his injury, with his big wages, is he going to be around for much longer? I can't see United forcing him out the door, but I wouldn't be surprised if he is looking for another club. So, yeah, Zlatan has been offered to Real Madrid, but they've knocked it back, if you believe Mundo Deportivo. Moving on from that, and to a player that hasn't got a club at the moment. Again, this has come from Sport Witness. They've broken down some reports, and it's Lassana Diarra. Now, he's played for Portsmouth, Real Madrid, Chelsea, a few other clubs as well. I think he's just come back from Saudi Arabia, maybe. He's definitely been out in Asia, that's for sure, and in the Arab states at some point playing football. But Lassana Diarra is a free agent at the moment. With Manchester United needing a midfielder, he's been linked to the club, and of course his relationship with Jose Mourinho, having played for him under two clubs already at Chelsea and of course at Real Madrid. Jose likes him. Is he going to come to Manchester United? I don't think so. Lassana Diarra isn't coming to Manchester United. Sport Witness have also got another story which again has been reported all over the place in the British press and in the Portuguese press as well. It's about the contract extension for Jose Mourinho, and it looks like United could have a few announcements this week. Jose Mourinho signing a new contract, and of course that potential Sanchez one. But this would be good news for me. I think Jose deserves a contract. We're halfway through his second season. I think the first season, given the circumstances, obviously given the way things went, was a success. We were back in the Champions League. We had 2 trophies. This season, the league campaign, it's not been as close a title race as we would have wanted, although there's a little bit of hope there at the moment, but we're not counting on it. And it looks like it's done and dusted. But in terms of the progression of the team, in terms of, you know, where we were last year and where we were before Jose Mourinho, there's clear progression. And when you look at the signings that we're going to make, the likes of Sanchez, I have no doubt we'll make more signings in the summer. It's an exciting time to be a United fan. So yeah, I think Jose deserves his contract extension, and that'll be coming soon. Mush mentions Rojo, and he has been linked with a contract extension. De Gea has been linked with a contract extension too, which is all good news. I think De Gea's been quoted as saying he wants to wait until the summer to talk about that. But that is, when you look back at the amount of time that you've had in a place, you do grow fonder and fonder for it, was the kind of things he was saying. So it's all sounding good on that aspect. But right now we're talking Mourinho, and it looks like his contract extension has been agreed, and we're just waiting for that to be signed. Right now, guys, we've got over 1,000 people in, so get hitting that like button. Can we hit 1,000 likes? Can we hit 700 likes? I don't know what the target is right now, but get hitting that like button right about now. Next up, I've got another few stories for you, then I'll recap the headline story for you guys that have missed it as well. Sport Witness again mentioned Rojo and Romero being visited by Sampaoli, the Argentina manager, and they're saying that he came to Carrington to have a word with them, speak to them, catch up with them. I don't think Rojo's played under Sampaoli yet. Romero has. Obviously, Romero's been linked with a move away from Manchester United. Hasn't been playing much football at this moment in time. But what you've got to say is Romero, he's been a very good servant for Manchester United. He's played well when called upon. I can't really remember ever being concerned by him starting for Manchester United. And I think it would be fair if he was granted a move, whether on loan or permanently. He's got a World Cup coming up and he needs to prepare for it. We know he loves Argentina. I think he's one of their most capped players. I might be right in saying that. And it'd be nice for him to play at the World Cup. So it depends what he's been told by Sampaoli, in all honesty. If he's told him you need to start every single game, then he will be looking for a move. As for Rojo, he's injured at the moment. He's been playing. I can't see that having any issues. Dybala as well, the Juventus chief exec or whoever it is has been speaking about Dybala, and he says if he wants to leave, he has to ask for a move. The only reason I've mentioned that is because I know you guys want us to talk about those kind of players. I don't think Dybala's coming to Manchester United though, as much as I would like that to happen. And just to recap that Zlatan Ibrahimovic story, Sport Witness have covered an article by Mundo Deportivo where they say Zlatan Ibrahimovic was offered to Real Madrid. Real Madrid knocked that back, but what it does hint at is the fact that Zlatan Ibrahimovic could be being touted about for a move elsewhere. Strange that he'd look to go back to Spain if he was looking to get a move. Could he handle that level of competition having just returned from this injury? I'm not too sure. But it would be sad if Zlatan left in these circumstances, but I think it is probably the time to part ways with the recurrence of that injury. But you never know. It's Zlatan after all. Anyway, guys, I have been Adam McCullough. This has been tomorrow's transfers today. And remember, if anything happens regarding Alexis Sanchez, we'll keep you up to date with that right here on Full Time Devils. Tomorrow as well, we've got the preview for the Burnley game at 12 p.m. UK time. We're live at that time. And also, the podcast is up right now as well. With plenty more chat there. So go and check out all those things. And if you've already done that, subscribe to youtube.com/Adam McCullough. Anyway, I have been Adam McCullough. You guys have been absolute legends. And for now, I am out of here. Thank you very much. The reason I was looking down then was because someone said Sanchez had been announced and they were obviously bullshitting. See you later.